Hi guys, this is just a little bit of an intro before we get into my Cool Tools video. I make reference in this video to a channel, had a senior moment, and still not sure I can pronounce the name of the channel correctly, but it's Apocalypse Gaming. I think it's Squidgy Bigs, or Squidgy Biggie. I'm not sure about that, but the link will be down in the doobly-doo below, which also thank you, Great Jojo Man, for the alternate international word for the comments area. And you'll be able to go over there and take a look at his videos. He's got some great videos up on some shaker boards and a great little tool for polarity on magnets and some great stuff there. Go check him out. Hi guys, here's another cool tool ramble, and also some mistakes I've already made that you don't have to experience that I would share with you. Originally I was going to start this thing out from the simple tasks and work my way up to this particular cool tool, but I know a lot of you guys are busy and most of that stuff just going to be kind of half-wit puns. So after you see this, if you want to hit the button at any time, you can escape out of here and not listen to the rest of the droll. This little cool tool is a paint shaker, and it's made by Robart. And I've had this for many years. I don't know if the company's still in existence or not, but it's got a little carriage there, kind of reminiscent of the great big gallon paint shakers that you see at Lowe's or Sears. And runs off 12 D-size batteries. I don't know if you can see here. It will shake up your bottle. As far as my experiences that were less than positive that I could share with you so that you don't do the same thing, if you have something like this, you want to make really sure that the cap is on tight, especially those GW paint pots that just flip open. Yeah, I got one on there that wasn't on tight. So as bad as you think it might have been, it was worse. There was paint all over the place. The other thing I had with this was kind of a little epiphany. I watched a video out there on a guy that was making, oh my gosh, now I could never pronounce the name, I'm sure, but it's the real Mithral's husband, who has a channel out there and does a great job of putting up how-to vids on making paint carousels. And one of the vids that he put up was making a shaker table, or a pounding table for casting. And one of the things his wife had told him was that you could take the vibrator and place it up beside your nose to get an idea of how intense the vibrations were. So I thought, well, this would be cool. I could strap this thing to a table, and it could do dual function. It could apply the vibrations for the table, and then it could also be the paint shaker. But man, put this thing up against your nose. I must have sneezed continuously for 10 minutes. That must be a chick thing. Okay, guys. From there, the next thing is, I am a guy who likes his power tools. So for mixing paint, I also have this little device. It's actually, I think, supposed to be like a powered toothpick, and little battery operated job. Probably can't see that, but pretty good for stirring up your paints down on the palette. As far as some of the experiences I've had with this that are less than positive, number one is, don't use this to stir up your paints on the parchment of a wet palette. It will emulsify the paper and just send the paint right down into your sponges. And the other thing is make sure that you get your finger off the button before you pull it up out of the paint, unless you like to look at the world through bespectacled spectacles. The next thing in line, of course, would be the handy dandy sliver of wood, the very manual tool, the toothpick. And I know everybody uses these to get the paint down off the sides of the paint pot and get it stirred up and remixed, and maybe even in your palette. And you're saying, well, nobody can screw up using those things. Well, you're talking about Jedi Jim here. So one of the suggestions that I can make is do not leave your toothpicks inside your wet palette. Mine grew fur, and then that mutated into some type of toxic mold, and I wound up having to pitch the sponges and the paper and clean it out with bleach and start all over again. So, yeah, word of experience there. Don't leave toothpicks in your damp, wet palette. And of course, the last thing is the good old manual method, the hand, the big mitt, where you shake the crap out of a bottle for 10 minutes. I'm sure that this goes way back to the day with the caveman when he came home and wanted to do some wall painting. He got his GW alabaster paint pot, and with the bark lid that really never closes too tight, and he shook the crap out of it for 15 minutes in order to get it to liquefy. And as far as experience with that, all I can say is if you don't want to roll your eyes and just be embarrassed, check the paint pot before you start shaking. In a lot of cases, I've shook and shook and shook and then opened the thing up and it looks like a cracked, dry riverbed in the desert. So make sure there's something to work with before you start shaking it. Okay, guys, so that's it for this little cool tool episode. Hope you enjoyed. God bless you, each and every one, and I'll be talking to you later.